All right, folks, welcome back. This is Anthony Weeks of the Marketplace on location here at the Intercontinental Hotel in downtown Miami. And I'm with my colleague here, but she's a phenomenal, just phenomenal, dynamic, and single-handedly, well, not single-handedly, but I'm sure she has a lot of help, but her leadership, her vision this is the second year that I'm attending the Invest Miami conference, and I'm with none other than Abby Malone, Executive Director of the Capital Analytics Associate at Invest Miami. And so, Abby, I want to say congratulations on another job well done.
I appreciate it.
I know that you get to breathe now.
Yes.
You know, as usual. But I wanted to close out with you. Obviously, I've been sharing with folks, as you know, we broadcast weekly on the Economic Roundtable, and I talk about the things that we're doing in terms of trying to bridge in, economy, bridging marketplace. And so, where would you say you are today from a year ago? From a year ago, because I know you're doing some new things. I want to hear from you.
Yeah.
So talk to us, kind of accelerate for us here in 2017 where you are.
Yeah, so since last year's launch conference, we've now expanded to new markets. So we're currently in Broward County, as well as the greater Atlanta metro area. And so those are two new additions that we'll be featuring for the Invest series. We'll be looking at opening up new markets in the next coming months, so that will be more information to be released at that time. Let's see, we expanded upon last year's research. We normally go into each and every sector of the economy in depth in its own chapter, but this year what we did is we added municipalities. So we were able to look at the cities of Miami Gardens as well as North Miami, and then we also did a look at Overtown within the city of Miami to really focus on how they're changing and how they're revamping their municipalities and offering opportunities for investors. And then what we are also doing is incorporating more of our statistical pages. One of the feedback that we got back was, this book is great, we love this numbers page. It would be great to have that numbers page incorporated in all the sectors that you cover. So we did spend a significant amount of time doing that this year, and that will be something that will be continued to be featured in the new books that we are releasing.
So you've decided to go from the 35,000 feet view to you're now getting into the micro approach to dealing with a lot of these districts and municipalities. How does one become a focus of investment or invest capital in this program? How do you determine who gets to the consideration for your events, your conferences?
Yeah, sure. So I think that there's a couple of different things that we're considering depending on what we're looking at. So in terms of the new markets that we're looking to cover as its own proper book, Atlanta, Broward, Miami as our first examples. We're looking at cities that are growing in population, that the economies are diversifying, where they might be second-tier cities looking to be first-tier cities. We're looking at areas of growth, essentially. Then when we're looking at within the actual books, for example, the chapter on North Miami or Miami Gardens, we're also looking similarly to the municipalities within the area of coverage at hand, and those that are on an upward trajectory looking to either grow certain sectors or industries within their municipalities or have some interesting projects to showcase. And then we're looking at a panel like we had today. We're looking at representatives who can speak to that. So the leaders that are the impetus of change, that are implementing new endeavors or new ideas to really help flourish what is the economy that we're looking at.
And so it's not like you have to have a presence in that market. You're saying that you will take this program by invitation, or let's say, would you go to New York?
Yeah,
Would you
sure.
do Invest New York?
Absolutely.
Invest the Virgin Islands? I'm kind of like dropping hints here.
Absolutely. Yeah, sure. So, we're looking at, domestically speaking, many different markets throughout the United States. This book and the platform that we have is perfect for international markets. I myself worked in a similar industry prior to this, and I was working in the Middle East and Latin America, and I see a lot of benefit from having our platform in those markets. But as far afield as Asia, New Zealand, to as close as the Virgin Islands, we're to Miami anyway. We're looking to expand our reach.
And so these public policy officials, they say to you, we need help. we need help to try to figure out to attract new investment to grow our economy. And they pick up the phone and say, can you work with us? Can you partner with us in order to address this particular issue?
Absolutely. Either they are starting the conversation with us or we're starting the conversation with them. Either way, we share the similar mandate to promote investment in the market at hand, to showcase to outside investors what it might be like to do business in these markets. So when we find partners, much like the Miami-Dade County has been for us, much like the mayor of Atlanta, Mayor Reed, has been with us in Atlanta, we're very happy to work with them because listen, this is supposed to be a tool that they're using to let delegations know what's up in their market that they're working in.
And the reason I ask is because obviously our audience and our reach, we are seen in Boston, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Philadelphia, Baltimore, DC, throughout the Caribbean and parts of South America. And so when I looked at your banner earlier, I noticed you added Atlanta and some other things in. And so I said, this would be your opportunity to speak to those decision makers.
Absolutely.
That who are going to watch this and say, well, okay, how can we do this? How can we be a part of what you're doing? Because it's about building bridge between these communities and economies.
Absolutely.
And so this would be an opportunity to kind of say, here, this is what we're all about, and this is what we think we can do for you.
Absolutely.
And anything else I might leaving out? I think you had an impressive panelist. The mayor he was tremendous in terms of his presentation. He seemed very comfortable, relaxed. He's a salesman. He talks about going out and selling, and I like that. And just the whole idea, it's a good problem to have in terms of making sure your infrastructure is adequate for the growth, because it is the growing pain. Like Miami, South Florida is accelerating, and so the investment is necessary in order to keep up with that. And so it sounded like each and every one of them represent their respective sector was up for the challenge.
Absolutely.
I like particularly what Alice had to say. She seemed to be embracing technology and really looking to the Internet of everything, making sure everything is all connected. And so I just want to say congratulations on pulling together that really impressive panelist speakers on talking about infrastructure issues.
Each year we have to outdo ourselves, so
Absolutely.
keep looking for the future years. We'll have even better panelists and even better discussions. But I think one thing that can be said is that cities know how competitive it is. We are watching a come back to the urban core. Cities are getting more populated, and therefore, why move to Miami over Denver, Denver over Dallas, Dallas over Los Angeles? All these cities are realizing this, and they need to step up their game. And so by partnering with a platform like us, where we bridge the private and the public sector, we're able to really let the city step aside and say, this is why you need to be here. This is why you need to live, work, play in this area. So we're pleased to keep on moving forward and expanding our reach to new markets.
All right.
Delighted you could be here today.
I'm glad to be here. And folks, you heard it here from, of course, herself, the chief person in charge of this operation. Here is Abby Malone, and she is the executive director of the Capital Analytics Associate of Best Miami program. And also, she is a contributor to SETI's think tank on whenever we need her to talk about whatever the discussion is. So I want to thank you, Abby,
Of course.
for being on the marketplace, and kudos to you for your job.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, folks, that's a wrap for us. We've closed out the Invest Miami conference here on location in Miami at the Intercontinental Hotel. I'm Anthony Weeks for the Marketplace. We'll talk soon.